What is up, guys? Just a Mechanic. Welcome back to another video. Sorry, my hair again. Jesus, what is wrong with this mop? Anyway, really quick, we're gonna be working on the Honda Accord Sport today. Lately I've been driving around and I've been hearing a lot of the humming noises coming from the back of the car, and I suspect it's got a bad wheel bearing. So we're gonna go ahead and try to repair this wheel bearing today, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Alright, so this is the car we're working on. This is a 2015 Honda Accord, and like I said, we're getting a lot of noise from the rear wheel. I can hear it just humming away, and it's actually so bad that I'm actually starting to hear the bearing balls hitting each other, and it almost sounds like you got bad brakes, but it's not the brakes, it's actually the wheel bearing itself. So we're gonna go ahead and repair this tonight, and yeah, we're gonna just you guys are just gonna go along with me. Alrighty guys, so I want you guys to take a listen at this wheel bearing. Now obviously I already have it up slightly off the ground, just to really try to pinpoint if it's a wheel bearing or if it's actually the brakes. But have a listen to this. Not sure if you guys are able to catch that or not, but you can actually hear the bearing balls moving around in there. So that confirms that this wheel bearing is just very, very bad, and it needs to be replaced tonight. I cannot stand this noise, and plus it could create a safety hazard too. So I want to get this thing fixed tonight. So I'm going to start with removing the tire, and then removing the brakes and all that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start by zapping this wheel right off. Now I already went ahead and loosened them all, but you could actually, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there's actually play in the wheel. Now these are just loose, but they're actually tight enough to where the wheel shouldn't move, and you could actually hear it. So the bearing is indeed very bad on this car. Alrighty guys, so have a listen to this. Yeah, pretty bad wheel bearing. Alright, let's go ahead and change it. Alright, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and remove the caliper bolts, which is this bolt right here, and you got another one right here, and that should remove this caliper. And then we're gonna go ahead and remove the bracket bolts that are back there. There should be 2 17s, and the caliper bolts are 2 12 bolts. Now I've already loosened one of them, and I just gotta loosen the other one real quick. Alright, so we removed the 2 bolts that go to the caliper. Now like I said, we need to remove 2 bracket bolts that hold this bracket on, and I'll show you right now what those look like. That guy right there, that's one of them, and there should be another one where you can't see it, but it's down there. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and remove those 2, and the bracket should come off, then the rotor will come off, and then finally it'll expose all the bolts for the bearing. Alright, so we went ahead and removed the rotor. You can see the rotor right here, and we also removed the brake caliper bracket, which holds the caliper on. And yeah, this bearing is very bad. You could actually hear, like I mentioned, the balls just moving around in there. And we already have our replacement. This is our replacement. This is the precision hub assembly. I got this from O'Reilly's, about 120 bucks. And yeah, so that is going to be the replacement. So let me get this hub off. The hub is really easy to take off. As you can see, we got two here, 2 bolts there, and you got one more down there, and then you have another one right down there. Remove those 4 bolts from the back, and the hub assembly will come off, and then obviously installation will be reverse of the removal process. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I thought I'd just show you the bolts in the back, and let me see if I can there they are. So we got 2 bolts. These are the 2 top bolts, and they're basically on the back of the hub. These ones right here that you see, there's one in there, and then you can see the one the far back, and then there's 2 more on the bottom of that. And once you remove these, which will actually loosen the hub assembly, and you should be able to remove the wheel bearing out no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and to get this hub assembly out, and so we can get the new assembly in. Right, so I went ahead and removed the 4 bolts from the back side of the hub, and it simply just pulls off. And there is our bad wheel bearing, guys. Now let's go ahead and grab the new one and reassemble. Alright, so I just wanted to quickly show the bad wheel bearing, a little sound test, and then compare it to the new one. So hopefully you guys are able to hear this. So that is the old one, and here is our new one. Can't even hear it. So that confirms this wheel bearing is just bad. So let's go ahead and reinstall this guy, and that should conclude this repair. Alright, so one final test. Oh yeah, that's super quiet. Now, just for a precautionary measure, I did went ahead and installed some Loctite on the bolts for the hub. They are supposed to be torqued, but I don't have a torque wrench small enough to fit in there. I only have the big guy, and it won't actually fit in there to get torqued, but I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them as tight as I can, as I possibly can. And that should yeah, be good enough. And like I said, I Loctite them anyway, so I know they aren't going anywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble this, and we're gonna go for a test drive and confirm that that wheel bearing is indeed fixed. Alright, so she is all put together now. All I need to do is put the wheel on it and go for a test drive. Alright, so now we finally got this thing back together, got the wheel on, torqued it down. Now we're going to go for a test drive, see how much horsepower we gained by replacing that wheel bearing. Let's go. Ah, shit. It's locked. Hang on. Let's go. Alright, so far so good. I don't hear any noise. It's actually really quiet back there. I think it was probably just as quiet as it was brand new at one point. So let's see. Oh yeah. I could hear the difference. It's just night and day. Seriously, guys. It is super quiet back there. It used to be a loud like humming noise. Now it's completely whisper quiet. Alright, so this thing keeps chiming. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Give me 1 second. Alrighty guys, so that is a confirmed fix. The wheel bearing was indeed bad. I mean, I knew it. I'm a mechanic, right? But yeah, that for sure fixed the problem. Noisy wheel bearing. Let me get some part numbers for you guys, for those that are wondering you know, what the part numbers are and all that. Let me get those real quick for you guys, and let's wrap up this video. Alright, so the part number for the wheel bearing that I used on my 2015 Honda Accord was Precision Hub Assemblies, and the part number was a 512544, and I purchased this from O'Reilly Auto Parts. So if you guys are wondering what the part number was, there it is. Anyway guys, hopefully this video is helpful for somebody out there that is thinking of replacing their wheel bearing on their 2015 Honda Accord. It's the same process from the 2013 all the way up to the 2017. So if you guys have those years of car, it's the same process. I have seen other videos of the Honda Civic, same exact process, and I'm pretty sure the part number is different from those two parts, but the process is still identical to this one. Alrighty boys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully it's helpful for somebody out there that has a noisy wheel bearing on their Honda Accord. Anyway guys, stay wrenching, stay spraying, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.